Hey everyone, I'm Arlen Jr. Welcome to the Shoot Par Now Golf Show. Here again with my main man, James Stemmer. Bam!
What's up?
We're going to have a great show for you. Got a lot to talk about.
Our show will be better than the U.S. performance on
We're going to have
Friday
a good
and
show.
Saturday
We got
at the
some
Ryder
stuff. We got some stuff to talk about. In reference to that, before we get to that, we have our little trophy here today. Got our microphone on it. In honor of the Ryder Cup. This is the trophy that is no longer held by the Americans.
They got a participation trophy.
Yeah. And this guy is getting screamed at. Anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. Before we get started, our show sponsor is, once again, Divot board, one of the greatest products you ever want to use to play golf.
Americans sliced bread.
Americans could have used this. We should have got some to them for the Ryder Cup. They could have seen their patterns.
They needed the holes to be a little bigger, too.
Oh, my goodness. So anyway, how this works, again, just so you guys know. So this is great for practicing, right? Especially if you don't have access to the range, you should get this with the mat and put it in your garage, put it in your basement. And then when you hit shots, it'll tell you if you hit the ball and you made a good swing. You don't even need to hit balls with it so that you can learn how to swing better. But if you are hitting balls like into net, it's like a old school launch monitor.
There you go.
Because it's telling you, did I swing out to in? Yes. Did I swing into out? Yes. Did I hit it square? Ball, ground? Yeah, baby. That's what you want. So Divot board, there's a description below. You get a deal. Coach Bento. Thank you, Divot board.
Yay.
Wow. What a weird. Well, first of all, let me just apologize. I'm not going to apologize. I'm not apologizing. I really thought the Americans were going to do well. I really, really thought that we were going to see some stellar golf from a bunch of hungry guys. And what I saw was
everybody got cold at the same moment.
It was like
it was crazy.
It was so hard to watch. And you know what? When I was watching it, we should probably talk about it, but when I was watching it, it just looked like they were trying so hard. It almost like they wanted it so bad that they didn't relax. That's what I think happened. Yeah. But anyway, so if
they didn't use your putting tip from last week.
Oh, they didn't use that enough.
They missed so many putts. It was just insane.
And I think what happens in that environment is they don't have the time or the rhythm like they normally do on their own putts. It's slightly off, right? And, different balls, different this, whatever, right? There's like, God, hit the ball in the hole. So if you have it, just in case.
The premise of the game is pretty easy.
In case you don't know, the USA got beat in the Ryder Cup at Bethpage. It ended up being close, like 15-13.
15-13 was the final.
But the first 2 days, they got romped.
They were down 7 points going into Sunday's finals.
Which was
singles.
So Europe had 11 and a half.
Yeah.
And all they needed was 14 to win.
Yeah.
It's like one of the biggest lopsided first 2 days in Ryder Cup history.
Yeah.
Now, they came back and they had the best point day in singles in Ryder Cup history. Americans did. So it's weird because it's always like this. Americans play great in singles. They play like turds. They play so bad, in the team stuff, right? And this is not like new.
No, it's been like this. It's historically been like this. They're slow off the start. Don't play well as in the four ball and the foursomes. But
I feel like the PGA or somebody up until the Ryder Cup, they should go back and have some sort of match play event or team event where they play these formats.
Mm-hmm.
Some kind of blind draw, something. Where we can get some competition like this. I just don't think they get to play enough with their partner.
Yeah.
I think
that's true.
They just don't, and that to me it's really frustrating because
one of the ways they could probably do this as well is if you announce the roster a little earlier. Because you think about it, they only knew the roster 3 weeks ago.
So the guys didn't even have a chance. So you really didn't know. They could have got together and played some golf.
Yeah, you could have had them getting together, playing some golf, or like Keegan did a few weeks ago.
Right.
Let them play practice rounds together so they kind of get an idea of each other's game. But it was hard to do that more than once.
Tommy Fleetwood played great. He was 4-0 after the first 2 days.
Yeah.
unlike our champion, who was 0-4, by the way, Scottie Scheffler, the miracle man,
became the
grocery store manager.
He became the first man to lose his first 4 Ryder Cup matches.
All 4.
Almost all 4 of them was a bagel.
Wow.
It was a bagel in a win column.
We're going to get more into that.
First 2 days.
That was shocking. We're going to get more into that. McIlroy and Lowry, they play.
They're hard to beat.
They're hard to beat. The controversy was okay.
There were a couple of them.
So let's just talk about this. Let's get this. I want to get this off my chest because you have some stuff you're going to add to, which drove you nuts. But
okay,
come on, people, really? This is where I feel like golf is going down a road that's not great.
Down a bad path. This is a dark path.
This is a game that you're supposed to respect each other. You call your own. It's not a hockey game.
No.
You don't do the things that people did. That is low class, no class, embarrassing.
Yeah, it was embarrassing to watch some of it. The point it got to on Saturday with the crowd and McIlroy was just
those people. They should treat them like the Masters. Those people would have been banned for life.
Yeah,
they should have got them, and they should have banned them for life. And
tasered them.
I don't know about all that, but they should have removed them and just because you know what? It's the world we live in. This is a perfect example.
They make a lot of money selling alcohol.
Well, if alcohol was the problem,
people get a little liquored up. They get some bravado they wouldn't have otherwise had.
Just no class. Sorry. And what about Bryson? What was that?
Well, the whole deal with the putt on.
Well, I get the thing 16? With Rose, and he felt like his caddy was not like paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
And Bryson was hot. He felt. I watched his body language. He looked like an outsider. He didn't. He looked like he wanted to fight, but no one wanted to fight with him. He looked like He looked like Braveheart without any men. The Mel Gibson with the thing.
Yeah.
We are going to like it. They turn around like, there's nobody there.
There's nobody there.
That's kind of how he felt. He looked to me like he was just like.
Yeah. He was ready to throw. He was ready to, throw hands and nobody was there.
Yeah. And I mean, throw hands probably wasn't the right thing, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Scheffler did beat McIlroy in the singles.
First time ever that the world number 1 and 2 played against one another in a singles match at the Ryder Cup. So that was a good match. That match was really good, tight the entire way.
Justin Thomas beat Fleetwood, that was a big one.
Yeah.
And Cameron Young, I think Cameron Young had a great Ryder Cup.
Cam Young was the MVP of the U.S. team.
Yeah.
Him and Justin Thomas are probably the only 2 Americans I would have not traded for somebody else on the other team.
Yeah, on the final points too, it looks like Cameron Young had 3, so did Schauffele. Mm-hmm. Spawn had 2 points. Yeah. I mean, he did fine.
Well, JJ he only played like a couple times.
Yeah, he only played 3.
I couldn't believe he kind of sat on the shelf for so long.
Well, it's hard. It's hard. You got 12 guys. You only play so many, right?
Yeah.
Hot, cold, right? Fleetwood, super hot. Lowry, hot.
Yeah.
USA was Cameron Young, Thomas. Xander played well. Cold was Scheffler, DeChambeau.
Yeah.
They look like, there's comments about like just not having the same depth as Europe, so that they feel like, did it drop off a lot? I don't know. I mean, the guys, Ben Griffin is as good as any player in the world.
Yeah.
He just looked a little like, again, out of it. Maybe because, he
was a rookie, so it was his first time there. And
it's weird too. Like, you get out there, you're best player in the world, right? Or, one of, and then you don't get to play. It's like being on the bench. It's like the dream team and guys having to sit because the first 5 guys play the most minutes, It's like it just looked weird.
In the fact that Scottie Scheffler was not
Scottie Scheffler
was not the Scottie Scheffler we expected. I think that dribbled down to everybody else on the team.
I guarantee
everybody else felt it.
Like our best player can't win a match. What the hell are we going to do? Yeah. That's what it looked like. Yeah. This event MC thing, right? She got in. It was a lady, I think, right? She got in big trouble.
Yeah,
because she started having a chant. I don't know what the chant was. Do you know?
I don't know.
But it was very derogatory. And she apologized and had to resign because she led this abusive chant. And people, slurs. And somebody threw beer at McIlroy's wife.
Yeah, there's a couple of videos online of that. You can see that.
It was really bad.
I told my wife, I said, man, I'd have gone in the crowd and curb stomped somebody. I would not have put up with that.
So here are some quotes that were pretty good, right?
You want to see somebody get fired up? Yeah, throw a beer at their wife.
Rory's quote was, unacceptable and abusive. Golf should be held higher standard. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yep.
I think golf is a higher standard game. Laurie said, that's the hardest 2 hours of my life. That's how bad it was. His whole golf career, because that was the worst, hardest part. And of course, Keegan said, I'm proud of the fight back, but I take responsibility. That's just what you say.
Yeah.
What did you do? You did the best you could. Except a play you could have played.
I mean, unless he was going to run out there and make a 4-foot putt for one of these guys that they couldn't make. It was nothing Keegan Bradley could do. I mean, he put him in position to play well, and I thought the matchups were pretty good. I thought that the teams played well together, but it
was just so bad in the first part. Like, you just watch him get beat.
He got so far behind so early and missed so many shots and so many putts. And then that's the other thing that just tears your soul out is, okay, the number one player in the world, and our leader is not winning any holes.
Should have got benched.
He's not winning points.
Yep.
And the team we're playing against, all they got to do is get on the green and a putt's going in the hole.
They putted well.
They just aren't missing. So
I heard Keegan Bradley talk about, the greens are really soft, and I think it threw a lot of them off because I think the conditions were way softer than the guys, even when they play regularly.
Yeah.
So I think that goes to the whole, I think American Tour in general is probably in much more consistent conditioning, even in Europe. I think Europe, from place to place, because you go from such different geographies and, you're going to different countries. So each country is going to have some
different continents too, because they're over in the Middle East and then they play. Right.
And they're going to have different types of golf and different, I just think they're more, and that's always been the thing. They move around different. The DeChambeau Scheffler thing I thought was interesting. And obviously if Scheffler had lost to McIlroy, that would have been a very low, it's almost a blemish on the whole season. Like it really is. Like he had one of the greatest years, in golf history, and this is a major blemish. Like it really doesn't sit well to be that good. So historic low. I mean, 0 for 4 is a historic thing. His pairing problems were not great. Trying to figure out who would work with him. They just needed to find one guy that they could have just put. They should have just left it alone, but they didn't even find one.
They kept bouncing it around.
Yeah. I don't know who I would have put with him. I would have thought it would have been personality. Like I would have said like a Morikawa would have been a better pairing. Somebody that kind of doesn't really get in, hits it kind of good, but not maybe as spectacular. But I don't think he was swinging good. I don't think Morikawa was playing great. But
no, he didn't play well.
Yeah, but somebody would just hit greens, that kind of thing. Short game issues, a lot of missed putts, psychological burdens. Maybe just being, like you said, number one and having just that pressure of trying to be the man.
What do you think about it? They probably told him, "I'm counting on you for 5 points."
At least 4.
I'm thinking you're going to win, every pairings match the first
you're better
2 days.
Than everybody here.
And you're going to win your singles match. So I'm guessing I should get 4 to 5 points out of you.
But obviously,
get 1.
But obviously, the team thing was just too different from how he played. Bryson surprised me. I thought Bryson was going to have a really strong Ryder Cup. I thought the course was set up well for him. He just kind of, I don't know. He just kind of, what they say, they labeled him ridiculous and a captain's nightmare due to his volatility. That was his comment.
Yeah, you didn't know what you were going to get out of him. Is he going to? Yeah. How's he going to? He wears his heart on his sleeve. I mean, he does.
And it was almost too much, right? It was almost too volatile. But
yeah,
but it was still interesting golf. And again, if they hadn't played really well the last day, this would have been really sad.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And I wore black for a reason. This was my morning shirt.
I thought
I was so sad.
At one point, I thought, man, it's going to be 18 to 10.
It would have like the worst beat down in golf Ryder Cup history.
This is going to be ugly.
So now let's talk about. I love when you walked in and you said, "What the heck? Half point?"
Yeah, that
half point.
Yeah,
that could have been huge.
Yeah.
So what? So was he was hurt? Right?
Viktor Hovland played the morning match on Saturday.
Right.
And at some point about the last 4 or 5 holes, he tweaked his neck. He wound up with a bulging disc at the top of his spine and his neck somehow, and he couldn't play. He struggled to finish off the match that he was playing in on Saturday morning.
Bulging neck, just right. Okay, all of a sudden, my neck's just going to pop out in the Ryder Cup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was supposed to play in the afternoon pairings.
Yeah.
He was replaced by Mark Fitzpatrick.
Matt Fitzpatrick. Pretty good fix.
And they immediately talked about, well, if he can't play Sunday, you're going to have to let Keegan Bradley know and say, look, I'm putting him in envelope number 12 is his name. He's not going to play. He can't play. Doctor said he's.
So who did we bench?
We benched Harris English. And
I don't think. I mean, should that be a half? Because
I don't think it should be a split of points. We were ready to play. Our player wanted to play, was ready to play. Let's go.
He should get the win. It's like a forfeit.
It's like a forfeit to me. It's like you didn't.
I mean, now on the tee,
you don't not show up for your tee time and suddenly, you shot par today.
Is that a rule? Has that always been like that?
It's always been like that. It's a split, and I don't understand why it shouldn't be. It should be.
They're probably saying that's an honor thing, but still,
it should be. Your guy didn't. I mean, if that's the point, then all the Euros had to do on Sunday morning was sit 4 guys out, and they had enough points.
Yeah, they could have just not played.
All right, we got 4 guys. They were out late last night. They all fell down the stairs, and they can't play today.
Yeah, I don't know if that's right. I mean, I think that's something. I mean, again, if that's the historic, that's how it was set up from the beginning.
It needs to change.
Well, that's the question mark. Does it, or that if it is what it is?
I think it does. I mean, I think that it's
golf, so they're probably never going to.
If I'm ready to play and you're not, why do you get the same reward I get? Why do we split the point?
Why do I feel like there was more to it? Because wasn't there a whole situation where his parents didn't come? Wasn't that I was reading that his parents?
I don't know. I didn't hear that.
His parents left, or somebody left because of the crowds. Maybe he just checked out. It was so bad that he just didn't want to be part of it. That's what I thought I picked up on, but I don't have a reference for it. But if you're watching this and you have some comments, I'd love to hear what you think about that. Whether a player in the Ryder Cup that gets injured, should they get a half point or should they lose their match? I mean,
yeah.
What's your thought? I would think should lose the match.
Or at that point, maybe you name an alternate that's there. He's just there to be a cheerleader. I mean, heck, we had 7 or 8 vice captains for crying out loud.
You could have played one of them.
You could have played one of them. We could have told Furyk, grab your sticks, you're playing,
or whoever they
could have turned around and said, hey, yeah, Molinari, grab your bag.
That would have been a good rule.
That would have, to me, would have been better than the half a point each.
And it's not like they don't know how to play. I mean, they'll.
Yeah.
I mean, they could. Yeah. They play.
Or tell Luke Donald, your captain, you got to go play.
Oh, that would have been good.
In fact, I would like to see them change the whole. If it ends at 14-14. Well, if you have the cup
to retain the
and
cup.
It's 14-14, you keep it because you have to win it outright to get it from the other team.
Let's cut the sucker right in half.
Let's. If it's 14-14, all right. Who's the captains? Bradley.
So again,
grab your sticks. You're going to the 18th hole. You guys are going to play.
So let's do this too. Let's recognize this though. It was built in camaraderie, right? And it was supposed to be being able to share the original concept, right? Was to recognize the best players in Europe, recognize the best players. Well, it used to be only England.
It used to be Great Britain and Ireland, yeah.
And recognize and have a really good competitive match just for bragging rights, right? And it started off very small. It wasn't, but because of media and because of money and because of all the things that go with, how we do stuff here, it's turned into a spectacle. And now it's almost like it was fun to watch, but it's almost like it lost, I don't know. To me, it lost its charm this year.
A little, yeah.
I felt like it took a real big drop in its. Yeah. It's like you would never see stuff like that happen at the Masters. Never.
They wouldn't allow it.
No. People get yanked all the time. Too much yelling. You say, and you're gone forever at the Masters. You will never go back. You will never ever go back.
Nope.
And they will yank you in a heartbeat.
If one of your buddies gave you his ticket,
you will never go back.
The both of you ain't going back.
It's really, really enforced. And so it makes people toe the line, which, I think in our society, everybody forgot about the rules. Like nobody has respect for anybody's rules, you know? I get it all the time on the golf course. I had a guy the other day that I asked him, the range was wet and it was on the mats, and then he went up to the ropes and I said, hey, we got to come to the mats because, everybody's on the mats and you can't go up the ropes and you get hurt. He's like, rah, 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 rah. I'm like, what an idiot. Like, why are you yelling at me? Like, because I didn't want you to get hurt. It's like somebody should have told us and blah, blah, blah. I'm like people are like, people are nasty. A lot of people are nasty.
I'll tell you what, that's the one thing I've noticed since the pandemic. We have all lost our minds as far as how to socially interact with one another.
Well, it's part of the problem, right? Like, and the kids today, oh my God, forget them, they can't even put two words together anymore. I mean, no offense but use your words. Like, you're going to need them, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe
Some
not.
point in time.
No, maybe not. Maybe the phone will take over and they'll get implants in their head.
AI will say what needs to be said for you. Oh boy.
Other than that, end of September, October better weather's coming for us, right?
Yeah.
Got a bunch of new programs coming out for October. Gonna be just for you guys, if you watch this online, the Shoot Parnell online learning program is coming out. So you're going to see different levels. You're going to see activity to join the membership, get to use the app. You get to get an online video analysis. There's all these cool programs come out. And the big one is going to be a 3-month player development, all online. You get all the tools and the app and the practice guides, and you get the 30-minute calls with me, and you get to upload your video. It's really cool. So if you really want to get after your game, this would be a very interesting program, especially in the off season for you folks up there that are going to get cold, because you could work on this at a range. You could work at this in your basement.
Yeah.
I'm gonna teach you like all the skills that go into Shoot Parnell. So just kind of follow it and
think about how cool it would be to spend your winter training
better.
And when everything thaws out up there, your buddies are like, whoa,
why are you sharp?
Why am I getting my butt kicked by him?
And honestly, that's exactly what you should do. Get one of the divot boards with a mat, get a little putting thing, get something to chip to, and just work on your skills. Even when it's cold indoors, just work on your skills. Chip, putt, hit good shots. See your divots. Get some technology. You can get a nice launch machine now for $500, or you can buy Rapsoda from me. I got a coupon for that. That's one of our sponsors. But you could get better if you know what you're doing. A lot of people just don't. I'm sorry. I watch it. Because you shot 75 one time at your local track, now you're a good player. And there's no handicap. There's no tournament. You're not. But you're a good player, but you're not a tournament player like people think they are. It's really hard to be a good tournament player. But anyway,
not many people get to play in pro tournaments.
Yeah, that's coming out. And again, so follow Shoot Parnell. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, Arlen Bento Jr. and James at Stammer Golf. And we're going to keep trying our best. We're going to have a little lull in our activity because this was a big buildup for us, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna do our best to cover some stuff. The tour will be bumping around a little bit.
Yeah.
We're going to do our lesson tonight and give you something to work on. I'm going to talk about something no one's seen this yet. I'm going to talk about what I call 2 throws. And you're going to see this lesson. So if you made it this far, make sure you hang on to the lesson. You're going to like it. It's going to help you with speed. Help the guy the other day pick up 12 miles an hour.
Oof.
Just working on a couple new things. So anyway, that's going to be our show for tonight. Thanks for watching. Don't feel too bad for our guys because they're still millionaires flying on jets going to destinations all over the world with their wonderful families and chefs and everybody that moves with them. So, but thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next week. Hey everyone, Coach Bento here with your lesson tip, Shoot Parnell Golf Show. James and I are going to help you with your golf game. I'm going to teach you something I call the 2 throws, and not a lot of people have seen this yet. So in the golf swing, if you want to get fast, you have to learn how to create speed by using the power of the slingshot, okay? So there's 2 feels. The bottom of the swing, you have to learn how to snap your wrist, okay? That's really important. That's the second throw. The first throw starts from the top of the backswing, and it doesn't work to the ball. That's what everybody screws up. You load it to the top. I'm going to teach you how to throw it to the side, Okay, so I brought out my one club trainer, and I want you to practice. Jimmy's going to hang on to that, and he's going to go to the top of his backswing, and I'm going to show you the first throw. I don't want him to think about throwing that weight at the ball. I want him to throw the weight that way. I want him to snap his arms as quick as he can right there, okay? And I want him to do that while he turns his body, because if he doesn't turn his body, he will snap it back here, which is wrong. So you have to throw it that way and then move your body at the end. So I want you to try it one time. Just play around with it. Load it to the top. You're going to feel like you're throwing it like way over here, like away from you while you move your hips.
I got to turn my body when I'm doing it.
Yeah, good. That's the feeling we want. Do it again. Load it, throw it. Is that a different feel for you? Mm-hmm. See how your body's moving? Okay. Yeah. Now, once this happens, so here's what's going to happen. He is in actually a slingshot. So the club feels like it's going that way, but it never does. Because as you feel like the club starts going this way, your lower body's pulling it around. And I tell everybody this analogy. It's like a water skier on a boat. When the boat goes left, the line goes slack, the skier goes a little right before it snaps and goes left.
And suddenly whips them around.
And that whip at the end is super, super fast, right? Now the second throw, which a lot of people don't do well, is at the bottom. So I'm going to show you how to do the second throw. So set up to the ground. Mm-hmm. And you don't get to make a big swing. You don't get to use your body. You just use your wrist. You just hinge it, and then you snap it. So figure out how to make that thing snap with just your wrist. Really snap it. Good. Do that again. Snap. Snap. Good. Again. Feel your hands have to move. Good.
Oh, yeah. You got to fire your hands through the ball.
So I call that the second throw. So at the bottom of the swing, after you've shifted and turned and made everything move, those hands are going to snap, and it's going to release the club, right? So if you're looking for power and you feel like you're not getting what you want out of your swing, I guarantee you're not doing that really well. I see a lot of people can hinge this way, and when they hit, it's really soft. Like they don't get any snap into the front of the swing. They're so worried about losing control. Now, this motion, that's not a snap. That's a roll. I'm not asking you to roll at the bottom. It's snap, square it, and then snap here, right? It's more like a toss underhanded. That's what I think it feels like. But a lot of people struggle. Don't roll it because that'll hook. But if you can learn to get to the top, throw it away from you. I'm telling you, I don't know if they can see the yellow X in our mat here, but we have a bag that we use to help people like create that feeling. And then once you turn on it and snap the second time, you can pick up a ton of speed. Like I'm talking 8 to 10 miles an hour if you get some of this stuff right.
And that's distance.
That's a lot of distance.
Every club.
Every club, right? All right, so that's going to be our lesson for this week. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. We'll see you soon.